Morning guys, me Steve, Cliff Chevrolet. Today we're going to talk about the 2023 Chevy Silverado Driver Information Center. It's been a video I've been wanting to do for a while. As many of you know, in 2022 we've refreshed the Silverado, we updated the interior, the Driver Information Center became much more digital, modern, and I'm going to go over that. And while I'm in the process of doing that, I have to take the truck that I'm using for the demonstration purposes down to our local band shell for a concert in the park tonight. So I'm going to get the Silverado ready. While we get the Silverado ready and taking it downtown, we'll go over to the Driver Information Center. So it's going to be kind of a tutorial on the Driver Information Center in the style of a vlog, I guess. So let's get to it. So first, let's go over a couple things real quick about the Chevy Silverado Driver Information Center. So we know we have 8 trim levels now, is it? Work Truck, Custom Trail Boss, LT Trail Boss, RST, LTZ, High Country. We have 9 ZR2. So we have 9 trim levels in the Chevrolet lineup, and you need to understand that if you get the Work Truck, Custom Trail Boss, this video is not going to apply to that. You are going to get a different Driver Information Center. So this is for the LT and above. The one I'm pulling out here in a second here is an RST. Drop me a comment below what you think RST stands for. I have yet to figure it out. I mean, I've heard theories of Rally Sport Truck is what I've always heard, but I have yet to anyone ever officially tell me. I'm going to wash this truck up and then we'll get behind the wheel and go over all the buttons. And then I'll hit it with the quick wax when we get down to the park tonight. I'll go back. All right, so I got here at 7 o'clock. We don't have to take the truck down there until 10 a.m. My coworkers don't get here until 9. I got here a little early to get this video done. So let's hop inside the truck and go to the buttons. All right, so this is the interior on the 2023 Silverado. You can see we have the 13-inch color touchscreen here, and then we have the 12-inch Driver Information Center. And the 12-inch Driver Information Center is what we are going to be going over today. This is just a basic setup, for lack of a better term. There's 3 different parts into the Driver Information Center. There's the left, there's the right, and then there's the middle. And then most of the controls for the Driver Information Center are right here on the steering wheel. And then you can change it by toggling this button up and down. As you can see how I'm rolling up and down the scroll wheel here. So let's go back to the first one here. So the first one you're going to see mostly, depending on the vehicle you get in, you're going to have the drive summary or the speed up. But then obviously drive summary is just an summary of what is going on in the vehicle that you've driven it for the period of time that you selected. You have the miles, obviously on the left side. You have, hang on here. There you go. You have miles, and then you have miles per gallon, and then of course the time. So then if we scroll up, then we have speed. Then there's info pages. We're going to come back to that one here in a minute. Blank page, again, we're going to talk about that in a second. Air filter, brake pad life, oil life monitor. When you buy a new Silverado, they say you don't get your first free oil change or service visit until 20% or below. After that, it really comes down to user preference on when you want to change the oil. If you want to keep sticking to that synthetic blend exos that we have, I will change my oil anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000 miles. So, right here, driver assistance. It's a safe part of the safety system that Chevrolet has. And then, of course, tire pressure, and then timer, self-explanatory. Your trip odometers, you just would reset those by holding this down here. It asks, do we want to make sure we want to reset? You hit over here, yes. And then that would blank that out. You have 2 trip odometers when it comes like this, I believe. So then what we will do next is we're going to go, as you see right here, let's use driver information or drive summary. You can see that there's 2 arrows in the upper left-hand corner here, or right and left corner. That means by pressing this, there's more menus there. So let's try it. Let's pull it back up. So when I press right, now we have music. And inside music, there's a whole different menu. So there's AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, USB if you chose to put one in, Amazon account if you connected, same with Google and your podcast. All those have to be connected with whatever system that you're using within the Google system that we now have here, part of the newer infotainment system. Then we press to the right, navigation, which again is from the navigation system over there. Next one is if you have your cell phone connected. And then lastly, this is what I was talking about next. So let's go back to this one here, and then we're going to go down to info pages. And then when we hit the check and edit, you can see that we can choose what all shows up. And that there was actually a menu that maybe even 2 as we go through this. Fuel economy wasn't displayed. Trailer brake gain. So if you decide to have a trailer and you use the trailer brake down there, that's where that would be. Off-road's a fun one, actually. Like off-road, it shows you the pitch of the truck that it's going through, engine hours, transmission fluid, and then that blank page that I talked about, you can turn that off right here if you'd like. So just something. And then to get out of this, you can see how there's the caret in the upper left-hand corner there. You would just press that, and it would take you back to the beginning of the thing. So, or the beginning where you were. So let's go back to settings here. And then the display layout, if you press that, there's classic, which we were in. We could hit progressive. Not too much of a difference. Digital. That's quite a bit different, huh? It's black, kind of like that. Clean. Really simplifies it, and what we've done is we've gotten rid of that left side. But for right now, we're going to go to classic, because I'm sure when most of you people pick up your Chevy Silverado, that's what it's going to be in. So what we're going to do next is bounce back out of display layout, left side. When you click on the left side, this will tell you what we can choose, what we have. Right now we have compass. You do time and temperature if you want, tire pressure, fuel economy, trans fluid. A lot of this was in the menu that we had before, but you can place it over here, whatever you want on the left side, and you can also leave it blank. I'll leave it back at the compass where it was. Back out. And then the right side gauges. This one's a little different, as you'll find out. So drive mode, which we'll talk about in a second. Compass, time, pressure, blah, 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 blah. So drive mode's the main one that you'll see that's different here. And then the drive mode, you can change by the little button right down here when you twist it. You can see twisting it here. And then you can watch as I do that. So we have off-road, terrain, normal, sport, and then off-road. So those are the different modes. And then also when I hit the little tow haul mode button here, which used to be, this is one of the newer Silverado. So we used to have the shifter up here. We now have it here, an electronic shifter in the middle. So you remember the tow haul mode used to be right there. For those that you remember, it is now down here. So we would just press that, and you can see tow haul mode lit up. We're going to turn it off now. All right, so we'll back out of the right side menu. We'll come down to lower gauges. This is along the bottom. And again, you can choose whatever you would like information. You can really personalize however you would like there. Software information, I wouldn't choose that one. That doesn't seem very fun. But yeah, so then we're going to go next down. Info page options is again just like it was in that previous thing when we were just a little bit ago. It's just more of what pages you can show. Units, US or metric. For those of you who sneak over, we live pretty close to Canada, so that would be us. Speed warning, you can turn that on and then set the speed of whatever you want. Those of you that want to do that. Speed sign display, you can turn that on. It needs to be connected with the OnStar plan. But if you do have that connected, it'll show a little speed sign as you're going along to kind of give you the speed. I will personally tell you that, like in northern Michigan here, we used to be 55, and there are sections that have turned into 65, and it still sometimes will show 55 miles per hour. So it's not always accurate. Just keep that in mind. Your software info, user license, and all that stuff. And of course, if you want to ever need it or reset it, which does happen occasionally. So folks, that is the Chevrolet 2023 driver information center. Really quick, this is how that driver assistance works. You set the gap here on the forward collision alert, and then it just sets to let you know. So as I get closer to that car up front here, let's see if I can speed. That green light means it's tracking the car in front of me, and it tells you how close I am. So I'm 3 seconds away from that car. And then when you set the range, so like that's far, medium, near. Since I'm in town, I'm going to put it to near. But if I put it to far, you'll actually see it'll actually beep a little bit if I get too close to it, like, hey, do something. And then this also has the automatic braking on it, so the car might brake, which I don't like. Turn it back down. I don't want that thing to break on me. I also thought I'd take a second and really quick here and jump in to show you how the off-road works. So you can see right there, it's a two-wheel. It gives you whether you're two-wheel, four-wheel, and then it shows you the pitch degree angles of the truck. And then as I go around the corner up here, and you might want to park it or park from this truck down by the band shell, you'll see how it works. So hang on. See how that works. So that is the 2023 Chevrolet Driver Information Center tutorial that I have done. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them below. I appreciate you guys tagging along as I took this truck into the downtown Alpena for the concert tonight. Maybe I'll film bringing it back. I don't know where the day will lead. After this, I do want to do a walk around video on this 2023 Chevy Silverado. It is an RST with the Redline edition. I think it is super sharp. Absolutely love it. And then I wanted to do a third video on the 5.3 liter V8. We have a Z7 in Colorado that just came in. I'm not going to get to the LT tracks. Lots of cars, lots of videos, but we're trying our best to navigate it through it all. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll catch you on the next one.